Carol, after more than 12 hours, UVA students able to breathe somewhat of a sigh of relief now that we know that suspect Christopher Darnell Jones Jr. is in police custody. Crime Insider sources telling us he was taken into custody in Henrico's East End and the Darbytown Edgelawn area of Henrico County. We're also learning he is a current student at UVA, former UVA football player. Now, just about an hour ago, during a news conference inside this building behind me, we heard from UVA Police Chief Tim Longo, as well as UVA President Jim Ryan, both very emotional as they finally announced the names of the 3 people killed last night. Those names, all 3 football players: linebacker and defensive end Deshaun Perry, wide receiver Lavel Davis Jr., and wide receiver Devin Chandler. I want you to take a listen to what Longo had to say just moments ago.
For hours, we had to process a crime scene, and I know I don't have to tell you how difficult that is for a family to not know, to see email chatter and social media, and boy, we did our best to try to keep up with that, to let people know what we knew and what we were trying to do, and hopefully now that we've caught up, we'll be able to continue to share that message to the many families across this world that have young people here at our university, to let them know that their young people are okay and that there will be people here for many days to take care of them.
2 of the football players were found dead on a bus that we're told was returning from a class field trip to see a play in Washington, D.C. The other, we're told, died at the hospital. There were about 25 people total on that bus, and the 2 people injured, we're told both are students. One is in critical condition, the other is stable. Now, this all happened around 10:30 last night near the Colbreth Road parking garage. We still don't know whether the suspect Jones was on the bus for that trip or how he got onto the bus to fire the gun. Now, Chief Tim Longo also told us just 2 months ago, back in September, Jones was reported to the threat assessment team at the university by someone who was not currently a student. That person said that Jones had a gun, but the person never saw the gun, so UVA police were not in contact with Jones. Now, we've been talking to students all morning who were in lockdown again for about 12 hours and also in shock that something like this would happen on their grounds. Take a listen to what one 4th-year student had to say before learning Jones had been captured.
I really hope that, they can find this guy and hopefully everything will be okay, but it definitely will leave an impact, I think, on the rest of the year and the rest of the students who are here. So I hope that, everyone can find a way to get through this, and I hope that the rest of everyone else is okay, and UVA will come back stronger from this.
Chief Tim Longo told us that Jones is facing 3 counts of using a firearm in commission of a felony and 3 counts of 2nd-degree murder, although those charges could be amended now that he is in custody. We learned that just moments before finding out that he was in police custody. The big question still remains, though, Cheryl, what was the motive here? We're still not sure. Leaders have still not told us, but we hope to continue to follow this and get answers for you in the coming days. Working for you in Charlottesville, I'm Caroline Colburn, CBS 6 News.
Still a lot of details to come. Thank you, Caroline. Our Brendan King is in Petersburg, where the suspect graduated high school several years ago. Brendan spoke to a neighbor who says they know the suspect, Christopher Jones Jr. Brendan?
Yeah, that's right, Cheryl. And just moments ago, Petersburg schools confirming that Christopher Darnell Jones Jr. played football during his senior year right here at Petersburg High School before moving up to play baseball at UVA. I wanted to learn more about this man, and so this morning I spoke to a neighbor of his grandmother who says she literally screamed when she heard the news today. So let's take another look at the picture of Jones released to us by UVA police this morning. Before playing football over at UVA, I learned he played linebacker and running back here at PHS. Before that, he attended Varina High School. Petersburg Schools says Jones graduated here with a 4.1 GPA in 2018. And just a few hours ago, I stopped by the townhome that Jones stayed at with his grandmother. She wasn't home. However, a neighbor who did not want to be identified says she has fond memories of this man who used to work down the road at the Walmart in Crater Road. She says she would give him rides, and he was always respectful. And I asked this neighbor about the very last time she spoke to Jones. She said he visited his grandmother here in Petersburg just 2 weeks ago. Listen.
He said he was doing all right up there in college and stuff, and I told him take care of himself, and I said don't disappoint your grandma, don't disappoint her. He was very nice. He didn't seem the way they said he was on the news. He was a very nice, a nice respectful young man.
And without a doubt, this news coming as a shock to this neighbor who has known Jones for quite a while. My colleague Wayne Koval is digging deeper into his past and has already collected a wealth of information about him. Wayne will have full coverage of Jones's ties here to the Tri-Cities. His coverage starts all new on the news at 4. Working for you in Petersburg, I'm Brendan King, CBS 6 News.
Thank you, Brendan. And meantime, you can follow this developing story both online and through streaming with our free app and on WTVR.com. Just search CBS 6 on your smartphone or TV for that app information.